By now, you've probably heard of the many benefits from credit card reward programs from your friends and family and want to use them for yourself, but are probably lost in the complexity of the many choices out there. You probably heard of the Chase Trifecta, the AMEX Trifecta, the Citi Trifecta, and lastly, the Duo from Capital One. We learned the main considerations to create the easiest way for you to choose the program that best suits your needs. So you don't have to get lost in the complexity of all the choices you have to make and where do you need to start.
All right, let's start with that, and then try to understand things.
In this video, I'll be showing you how to choose the best rewards program for you based on your personal needs and spending habits. By the end of this video, you'll be able to confidently decide which program is best suited for you and your personal needs. Make sure to stick around to the end of the video where I give you a flowchart on how to decide which program is the right one for you. Main considerations. We made this flowchart for you to follow so that you can take into account the main things that you need to take into consideration. The first one is going to be how much effort do you want to put into it. You have two choices at this point. One is you don't want to think at all and just want to move on with your life and just spend on a card and get the benefits without having to put too much effort into it. The second one is that you're willing to optimize, meaning you're willing to decide what card is going to be the best one that you need to use at that time of spending, and which program is the best one to redeem your travel points with. When you're first starting out, having to think about what card you have to spend, how you're going to redeem is going to be difficult and is going to be overwhelming. The I don't want to think path is going to be best for those who want to keep it simple. Just hold on to one card, not have to worry too much, and then just use that card for their day-to-day spend and then be able to reach their goals at a high level without having to worry to optimize for every single point earned or usage. Now let's go down the first path where you don't want to take anything into consideration and you just don't want to think in general. Next, you're going to have to decide, do you care for travel or do you not care for travel? By deciding this, if you don't care for travel, you'll simply go with the double cash back from Citi, and then this is going to give you 2x cash back on all of your purchases that you can then redeem for points or for cash back on your statement. If you do care about travel, you'll go for the Chase Sapphire Reserve, which will give you a lot of travel benefits and overall good redemptions for travel. Now, if you're like us and willing to optimize for what card to use when, this is where some of the fun starts and some of the complexity starts as well. You're going to first start off by deciding again if you care for travel or if you don't. It's super simple if you don't care for travel. You can just go ahead and go with the Citi Trifecta, which is going to give you cash back across the 3 cards that you get within the Trifecta. If you do care for travel, you're going to then have to make a decision based off of how much you're expecting to travel. If you're going to travel once a month or more, that leads to one tree. If you're going to travel up to 4 times a year max, that's then going to lead to another tree. Let's go with that case, for instance. If you're looking to travel up to 4 times a year max, you're best off going with the Chase Trifecta. This is going to ensure that you're able to redeem and break even based off of your annual fee, while getting all the benefits of the ecosystem. If you travel once a month or more, this is when it opens you up to other considerations. It really comes down to your travel goals, which we'll go into next. But with this, you now open yourself to being able to get things like the AMEX Trifecta, which is going to give you a lot more travel perks, but is going to have that higher redemption and higher fees that you have to make up. Now, if you fall into this camp, you're going to have to decide which program you want to go with, or if you combine multiple programs. I'll leave a link in the description below to my past video overviewing all of the different programs. Here I recommend if you're going to travel a lot, then you should probably combine both the Chase Sapphire Reserve and the AMEX Trifecta. To decide on which travel reward program best fits your needs, you have to really analyze your spend to make sure you're getting the maximum amount of bonuses within each of the travel rewards programs. Some are going to benefit your lifestyle more than others. We made this table to simplify it for you. For flights, the Amex Trifecta really stands out with the 5x back from the Platinum card on all flights. For hotels, the Chase Sapphire stands out with 3x back for any hotel purchased using the Chase Sapphire. For dining, the Amex Trifecta again stands out with the 4x back from the Gold card used at restaurants worldwide. For groceries, the Amex Trifecta again stands out due to its 4x back for supermarkets up to $25,000 spent per calendar year. For gas, this is where the Citi card stands out with 3x back from the Premier card. And one important consideration is the floor rate on all purchases. This is the minimum amount of cash back that you'll get from the Trifecta or from each of the reward systems. Citi stands out with its 2x back with its double cash card, and Capital One stands out with 2x back on all purchases using the Venture X card as well. Now looking at this chart, you're going to have to decide which one of the programs is going to give you the most amount of points given the bonus points for your categories of spend. Do you spend a lot on groceries like we do? That's why we got the gold card so that we can maximize the groceries back from that. Or do you primarily just spend it on everyday normal purchases, which you'll want to max out using either the Citi or the Capital One systems? To sum up all of the earning ratings, if we look at Chase, it's great if you spend on hotels and it's just a good all-around ecosystem. If you look at American Express, it has the highest earns all around, which means you'll probably get the most points out of this system. With the Citi, it's generally great for cash back, but you'll have lower earning rates overall. And with Capital One, it's simplified because you only need 2 cards. But again, here you'll have the lower earning rates overall. Watch this video next where we show you more tips we learned the hard way to live a life of luxury for less so you don't have to.